Welcome back, nail crew. Welcome back. Welcome back. So today I'm going to do a set of gel nails. I have to practice because I feel like I really enjoy doing gels, or at least I feel like I will really enjoy it once I get the hang of it. So I'm going to practice again today. So the current set of nails that I'm wearing are also gel, but if you guys remember, the gel that I use for my nails is from Young Nails, and it was their concealer pink. The consistency was very thick. It was hard for me to get used to. However, it did kind of turn on the light switch for me to really try to just get into gels. I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird consistency. It was weird using it, but it kind of made me want to dive more into gel. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to practice with my gels. So I went ahead and pushed the cuticles back. I prepped the way I always prep no matter what I'm doing: gels, acrylic, polygel, it doesn't matter. Now I am using primer. So this is a primer / bonder, and it's from the company Yogi. This is an old bonder that I had, I believe, last year, and I use it mostly for pedicures or if someone does a natural overlay, but I decided to bring it out today because I'm also going to use my Yogi gel. So I did the Yogi bonder. That bonder you have to cure in the lamp, okay? It is not air dry. So I cured that bonder in the lamp, and then I put on the base coat. Base coat is also from Yogi. And now I'm going to build some tips with my Yogi polygel. So pretty much Yogi bonder, Yogi base coat, Yogi polygel. And then when I get to the gel, the hard gel, it's also going to be from Yogi. Remember when I first started my channel, guys? Everything was Yogi. I love them so much. But then I started getting so many different vendors and sponsors and just so many people sending me things that I kind of push Yogi to the back burner, and I just want to say I apologize. I'm so sorry, Yogi. I still love them very much. They are a very good company, and when I was new and nobody was sending me anything, like when I was down to 100 subscribers, Yogi was like, "Girl, you are dope. I'm going to send you some stuff to make a video with." So I thank you guys so much for believing in me way back when. So anyway, yeah, this is a shout out to Yogi and everybody in China right now who is suffering with this coronavirus. Oh my gosh. I believe Yogi is based in China. So yeah, this is a video for them, I guess. I don't know. If you guys are in China and you're watching, I hope you like this video. So anyway, I applied my forms. The same way I always apply my forms, I applied my forms. And now I am building tips. If you wanted to just glue on tips, you could glue on tips. But I just like to change things up and just make custom tips. You know, what if you had a client who had really large nail beds, or really, really small nail beds, or just a nail bed that you didn't have a tip to fit, right? Like really weird or funky looking. You have to learn how to build tips. This is an essential skill. You could build tips with gel. You could build tips with acrylic. I'm just using polygel today just to change it up. Plus, it's a lot easier, to be honest. It's a lot easier. So all you do is you put the forms on. This is not new. You guys have seen me do this before. But you put the forms on. You put a dollop of polygel right there. See? Boom. Right there in the center. And then you wet your brush. So you can use slip solution. You could use isopropyl alcohol. Or today, I am using base coat gel polish. I like base coat gel polish the best for slip solution because it doesn't break down the polygel at all. It doesn't leave like that white milky residue. It doesn't do any of that. And if anything, it's going to make the polygel stronger because the gel is going to mesh with the gel and the polygel. And when you cure it, it will all cure it together. So I like to use base coat for my slip solution, but you guys are welcome to do anything you want. Use whatever you have for your slip. A lot of people ask me, could you use monomer for slip solution? And I've heard some people use monomer, but I wouldn't recommend it. The purpose of using gels and polygels is that you're getting away from the smell. If you wanted to smell the monomer, then you might as well just use a monomer and polymer. You might as well use the liquid and powder and not use gel. You get what I'm saying? So if you're going to use an odorless system like polygel or like gel, keep it odorless. Use slip solution, use alcohol, or use a base coat. So anyway, I am just building my tips, and now I'm speeding the video up because it's just repetition. You put the polygel on the nail and then you kind of just pat it in place. And you want the tips to be thin because you're not building a nail per se, you're just building a tip. And usually if you glue on a tip, it's going to be thin. So as you can tell, each time I built a tip, I flash cured it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then when all the nails or the tips were built, I popped her in the oven, popped her in the oven, popped her in the oven, and let her bake, bake, bake. So we're going to bake all the nails for a full 60 seconds. Then you're just going to remove the forms. Once all the forms are removed, you just treat this like any old normal tip. You could do gels on it. You could do polygels on it. You can do acrylics on it, whatever your little heart desires. So now you see me clipping off. So there's like a little extra, a little excess. I guess that's where the gel polish dripped, or I just wasn't as careful with the gel polish and it ran down the form just a little bit. So I'm just going to take my little nippers here and just cut it off. You can file it, but then filing will create a lot of dust. And I don't want a lot of dust on the surface of the nails because I'm going to apply gel on it. So I'd rather just clip it right off. This is just easy. It's a lot easier just to clip it off rather than to file it off and then make all that dust. And now you have to get the alcohol out and wipe off all the dust you create. It's just, no, just too much. So another thing you can do at this point, if you wanted to, was do a little bit of pre-shaping as if you would with a normal tip. But I'm just going to save all my shaping and filing till the end. So here is the Yoyogi Builder Gel that I'm going to use. It says Builder Pink, and I'm going to show you guys the back. So it says Cool Cure Formula, which just means that you don't get as much of a heat spike when you pop your nails in the oven. The nails that I am wearing now, oh my gosh, they burned so bad. And I know that I said it in the video. I know that I brought that up in the video, but somebody had hit me up on my Instagram and she said, hey, Nikki, you know, I use that gel as well. It burned so bad. Did it really burn you the way that it burned me? I told her I felt like it burned me to my bone. I felt like the gel was like seeping into my bones. It burned so bad. And even when you take your nails out of the lamp, you still feel like it's burning. So that is the downside to gel. Gel has a lot of good positives and pros, but I tell you what, that burn, oh man, that burn is nothing to play with. So a way that you guys can get away or lessen the burn is to apply thinner layers. The thicker the layers that you use, the more you're going to burn. Also, most lamps have a 99-second low heat mode. That helps with the burning a lot. It really does. The downside is that you have to keep your hands in the lamp longer. It's a slower process, but you feel less burning. So I guess you got to pick your battle. You want to burn or you want to sit there longer. That's totally up to you. All right. So what you guys just saw me do was flip Miss Tuesday's hands over. A lot of time nail techs that use gel flip the hands over and allow the gel to pool at the apex. It kind of gives it an apex for you, but I don't really think it helps too much because the gel has to be very self-leveling. It has to be very loose and fluid and flexible in order to pool at the apex. Otherwise, it's really not going to go anywhere. If you have a thicker gel, it really doesn't move and it really just doesn't do anything. Try it though. I always tell you guys, so you just have to experiment. You have to try things on your own. If you have a very fluid gel like Young Nails Flex Gel, if you're using a gel like that, if you flip your hand over, then that will definitely self-level and that will give you a nice Apex. If you're using a thicker gel like the Young Nails Concealer Pink or like this one that I'm using now, it really doesn't do much when you flip your hand over. It doesn't really run or move the way you want it to because it's too viscous. So anyway, I applied 2 layers of gel, and I think I'm going to, let me walk you through this middle finger. So the first thing that I did was applied a nice slip layer. So this layer is optional, but it tells the next layer of gel where to go, what to do, where to stop. It's like it builds a wall or a fence, and it stops the next layer of gel from running into the cuticles or running off the nail. So you don't have to cure the slip layer. I've seen some people cure it. I've seen other people's don't. But most of you guys in my comments have said that you guys also do slip layers and you don't cure them. So I'm not going to cure mine. So anyway, you apply the slip layer just like you would base coat, just a nice thin layer over the entire nail. Then you go in with your second bead, and this bead is larger. You apply it by the cuticle area, and then you just walk it down the nail. You just literally pillow it down the nail. You guide it down the nail. That's all you do. You don't have to brush it. You don't have to really push it anywhere. You just kind of guide it down. You hold the hand facing down so gravity can help you. But if you find that your gel is too liquid, it's too fluid, it's too flexible, and it's running down too fast, then flip the hand up. You know, you could take your hand and move your client's hand to kind of help the gel go where you want it to go. I hope that made sense. So anyway, after the first layer is done, you do a full cure for 60 seconds, and then you move on with the second layer. So the second layer, you apply pretty much like the first one, up by the cuticle area and kind of just walk it down the nail, walk it down the nail. The amount of gel you use is determined by the length of nail you want. Just like if you were doing polygel or acrylic, you put as much on the nail to cover the entire nail. Another question that I feel like you guys might want to know is how fast do you walk it down the nail? The speed at which you walk the gel down the nail or pillow it down the nail, that depends on the viscosity of the gel. So if you have a very, very thick gel, you can move a lot slower. If your gel is medium, you can move at a medium speed. And if it's very thin and kind of watery, you definitely have to move quickly. So try different viscosities of gel and see which one works better for you. All right, so all the nails are built and they are very sticky. Gel leaves a sticky inhibition layer. I hate that sticky feeling, but all you have to do is use some alcohol or acetone and just wipe it off. So that's what I'm doing right now, just wiping off all that sticky residue. And then I am going to file off camera. I hate filing on camera because I always end up out of frame and that just irks me. So I'm going to file off camera. All right, so the nails are filed, and now for the fun part. Deciding what polishes I'm going to use. So I have some Model 1's polishes. The first collection I'm going to show you is from the Midnight Party collection. Oh my gosh, I'm not swatching them because I don't have enough swatch sticks. I don't have any more swatch sticks, guys. I ran out. So I'm just going to show you guys the colors. And oh my gosh, they are so pretty. I believe I already used the purple from this collection. I think that's the purple I used already. So you guys already saw that. You already saw how well it applies. Oh my gosh, I love Model 1s. By the way, I do have a coupon code for Yoyogi. So everything from Yoyogi, I have a coupon code for it. I also have a coupon code for Model 1s. So check out my description box below, guys, and you will see all my coupon codes. Okay, my coupon code section is growing. Okay, so now this next collection is called Retro Lady. These bottles are gorgeous. These bottles, oh my gosh, they are just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So at the top of the screen, you can see all the colors that come in each of the collections, but I'm still opening the bottles for you just so you can see the actual, like, real true color and just the consistency of the polish. Oh my, I love Model 1s. Oh my God, their polishes are amazing. Look at that blue. That blue is so pretty. Look at that. I might use that one today. That's kind of different. I kind of like that one. That's different. And then number 15. This is the last one in this collection. Oh, that's kind of different too. 15 and 16 are kind of different. I like those. Okay, so my last collection I want to show you guys is called Secret Garden. And at the top of the screen, you also see all the colors in this collection. 24 is kind of cute too. That is different, and that looks like it could be a base for any type of nail art. You could just pull out that color. Ooh, that might be the purple that I use, number 29. I used one of these purples before. I can't remember if it was from this collection or the other collection, but definitely it was gorgeous. See, this pink is pretty too. All of these colors, guys, all these colors are so nice. They are so nice. Oh, that yellow! That yellow is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I think this is the last one. Yeah. Oh, that orange is pretty too. All right. So I think I am going to use these water decals. Okay. So the water decals have like this color here, this nice pinkish kind of color. So I'm going to use that color, and that is color number 3. And then it also kind of has this kind of orange, right? I think that orange will look very nice. And that's color number 26. So those are the two that I'm going to use. They're not from the same collection, but I still think they will play nice together. Those bottles, oh, they look amazing in your collection, right? Just sitting on the desk or the table. Beautiful. All right, so over to the side right there, that's just a little bowl of water, nothing special, literally just tap water, okay? So I have water decals, and I'm just cutting out the little flowers that I want to use, and I'm just dumping it into my little cup of water, and I'm just going to have it sit there until the decal separates from the paper backing, okay? So that's why they call it water decals, in case you guys are unfamiliar, because there was once upon a time that I didn't even know what the hell a water decal was or how to use it. And I was like, oh, what? You just put it in water? I just thought that was so amazing. So if you're new, then that's all you do. You cut them out, you put it in water, it separates from the paper backing, and then you can put it on the nail. So right now, what I'm doing is applying base coat to the nails. I don't always apply base coat. However, gel is very soft. So when you file it, especially with a coarse file, it will leave scratches, and like you'll see little scratches and marks in the nail. So what I did was I used the base coat, a very thin layer of the base coat, and I just scrubbed it into the scratches. That way, when I apply my polish, you don't see the scratches through the polish, and my polish looks a lot more flat and even, okay? So like I said before, I don't typically do that, especially when I'm using acrylics, because acrylics are hard and you can really file them with a coarse file and you'll be fine. But gels, they do get scratched pretty easily when you're filing with a coarse file. So just fill those ridges in with primer or with a base coat and you'll be fine. All right, so now, as you can tell, I applied the pink on one side, the orange on the other. I took a fan brush and I kind of just blended it in the middle, kind of going for a vertical ombre, and that fan brush is perfect for blending those colors in. So pretty much that's all I did. And now I'm just going to take my little pottle lamp and do a quick little flash cure, because I don't want the colors to blend more than I already blended them. So I just did like a little 10-15 second flash cure so it doesn't move. And now I'm going to apply polish to the other nails. And I'm doing very thin coats because this polish is very thick, okay? This is a nice thick polish, so thin coats is all you need. Look at the orange too. Like I'm about to swipe on this orange. Just look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. So I went ahead and applied a full coat of polish to all the nails, cured it for 60 seconds, and then applied a second coat, although it really didn't need it. So now here we go. Time to play with our water decals. So you put it in the water, it separates from the paper backing, right? Then, to make it easier for you to use it, I put it on a jelly stamper. This is just a regular old stamper. If you guys are stampers out there, you know what this is. So I put my little water decal right on the stamper, and I'm removing the water. That's all you see me doing, is just brushing away all that extra water, just because I don't want it on my nail. That's all. Okay. And so now you could look at it through the little jelly stamper, and you could kind of figure out where you want it on the nail. So I'm going to speed this part up because it took me forever. I'm very indecisive. So it kind of took me a while to figure out where I wanted it to go, what nail I wanted it on. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm that indecisive about a daggone flower. So finally, I figured out where I wanted it to go, and now I'm using transfer foil gel, and I'm applying it to the nails that I want the flowers on. Any transfer foil gel will work. And in fact, if you don't have transfer foil gel, you could use regular base coat or top coat polish. Anything that allows it to stick is fine. So I applied my transfer foil gel. I cured it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now I'm about to apply my flower. So pretty much all you do is figure out where you want it and press it right on the nail. That transfer foil gel is so sticky that, look, the little thing just sits right on there, and you could kind of smooth out the edges. So beautiful. And that looks like I freehand drew it or something, right? It kind of looks like I painted it on. Oh, if you guys can't do nail art, get you some water decals, some transfer foils, anything like that. Like, you guys, if you're not an artist, you do not have to be. Not anymore, honey. Not anymore. Check out my Amazon storefront, link in the description box below, and you guys will see all these little nail arts that I use. The diamonds, the bling, the transfer foil stickers, and just, you'll see all my little nail art, all my little fun things that I use. It's in my Amazon storefront below. So again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the ring finger and kind of just eyeball where I want it exactly, and then boom, press right down. Now, if you don't have a jelly stamper, you don't need one. You could literally pick up the flower out the water and throw it right on the nail. But having this jelly stamper makes it a lot easier because you can see where you're going to put it, and you don't have to keep fumbling around with it like I used to. One of you guys saw me messing with these water decals when I was new to them and suggested that I put it on a jelly stamper, and I tried it and I loved it. It made my life so much easier. I can't remember which one of you guys suggested it or told me to do it. So if you remember telling me how to do these water decals, please mention it below so I could give you credit. Maybe I could pin your comment to the top or something like that. But yeah, thank you. This really made my water decal art a lot quicker, a lot easier. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love it. So cute and so easy, right? Like, oh my God, you need zero skills to do nail art now. You need zero skills. Seriously. If you could get the nails on, honey, and you have an eye for color patterns and color schemes, darling, oh my gosh, you could really just get you some nice stickers, some bling, and oh my gosh, I feel like that just really took the nails to a whole nother level. I freaking love it. So of course, we're going to throw in some bling here. So the bling that I'm using, I will never use this on a real person. This is some really cheap bling, y'all. I feel like this is plastic. I think this is just plastic, and I don't even know where I got it from, but I wouldn't wear this, and I wouldn't put it on a client. So I like to use it to practice. And so basically I am just going to, I put some bling in the larger flowers, like in the center. And now I think I'm just going to just be a little random on this one here, just because, no real reason other than the fact that I just want a little bling. Okay. So I don't want to put too much because that will take away from my little ombre blend that I have going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think, what you guys think about that? I think that's pretty. So I have just 3 little blingy blings at the top of the nail by the cuticle, and I'm just going to freeze those in place. And now for my pinky. So the pinky is plain, Because it's plain, I feel like I could go a little bit more crazy with the bling. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a cluster of bling. I'm just going to move them around. This is pretty much what I do. I throw the bling on the nail. I mentioned this before. I throw the bling on the nail and then I use a tool and kind of just push it around and push it around. And when I feel like, oh my God, that's gorgeous, then I freeze it in the lamp. So pretty much that's what I did. And I kind of like that cluster of bling on that pinky. So now for the thumb, I think I'm just going to, I kind of like, yeah, okay, that's what it is. Let's freeze it. Yeah. So when all was said and done, this is the finished look, guys. I love it. I love it. The flowers make the nails look very vintage. Like if you're into like that whole vintage vibe, those flowers just really give you that kind of look. I love it. I love the clustered bling on the pinky. That is so pretty. And I love my little ombre nail, my middle finger, that little ombre. So adorable. So I kind of like all the nails. I really do. I felt like this was an easy, fun set, from building the tips with polygel to building the entire nail with gel and then using the water decals. Let me know if you guys try any of these techniques. Let me know what you think about this video below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that bell so you know when I upload next, and I will see you later. Bye!